In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a squeeze page in WordPress using the Elementor Pro plugin. So this is the squeeze page that I'm going to be showing you how to create. So as you can see, this is a very basic squeeze page. It has a headline, sub-headline, then here we have an image of the PDF or the report that we're going to be giving away in exchange for people's name and email address. Now, right here, we're going to have these three bullet points, okay, that are going to be just telling people the benefits of downloading this free report. And down here, we're going to have our opt-in form, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to put this all together. Oh yeah, and then at the bottom in our footer, we're going to have this privacy policy and FDA compliance. And this is just so that Bing allows us to run traffic to our squeeze page through their platform. Okay, so we need these two pages in order to do that. Okay, so without further ado, guys, let me show you how to create this squeeze page. Okay, so we're here in the back end of our WordPress website, and what you want to do now is here in pages, you want to add a new page. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this add new button, and we're going to give this page a name. So I'm just going to call it Powerful AI Marketing. All right, that's how I know this is the page. This is my squeeze page, and I'm going to go ahead and now over here on this side, and by the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm using the Astra theme. This is a free theme, and I'm using the Elementor Pro plugin. All right, so now what I want to do is here on this side, I want to make this full width stretched, and I want to hide this title. And in the sidebar, I want it to be no sidebar. And then in disable elements, I want to disable both the the header and the footer. I don't want none of these. And finally, I want to click on publish. So we click on publish, and then we want to view the page. We want to make sure that the page is completely blank, as you can see right here. And now what we want to do is we want to click on customize. We'll wait for that to load up. Once it loads up, we want to go down here to where it says homepage settings. In homepage settings, we want to click a static page, and we want the homepage to be the page we just created. So we go ahead and click on that, and then we hit publish. Now finally we get out of here. And it's taking a little bit. Okay, now that we are back in our at the page, what you want to do is you want to edit with Elementor. Okay, and again, like I said, this is the Elementor Pro, because the reason that I choose to create this squeeze page with the Elementor Pro is because it allows us to make a better looking opt-in form as opposed to the free Elementor. So once we are back here in the Elementor Canva, what you want to do is here in sections, these are for you to add sections. You want to click on this plus sign, and you want to select this whole section here. All right, so this is going to be our headline, because as you know, a squeeze page does not have any type of navigation menus or any of that. Okay, it's just going to have a headline, our squeeze page, the headline, the bullet points. It's going to have an opt-in form, and it's going to have an image of what we are giving away. In this case, it's a free report. And then all the way at the bottom at the footer, it's just going to have a privacy policy page and an FDA compliance page. And this is just something that Bing, since we're going to be driving traffic to this page from Bing, that's something that Bing wants to see in the pages. So once we put up this section, what you want to do is you want to come here to the widgets, and you want to drag this heading widget. You want to drag and drop it in there, and you want to center it. Now, I already have my squeeze page laid out, so I already know what it's going to say. So the headline here, I'm going to go ahead and copy this headline, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that in here. Now what I want to do is I want to style it up a little bit. So for that, I'm going to say that the text color, I want it to be this 10 10 10, and I want my my font family to be Poppins. All right, so the whole squeeze page is going to be done with Poppins, so you know. And the size, I want it to be 44 or 45. Yeah, 45 should be good. Yeah, 45 should be good. I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to make the weight. I think I'm going to make it 700. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, we're going to do 700. And the line height, I don't want it to be that far apart, so I would say, yeah, that's good. That looks good for me. And what you want to do is don't forget to save or update, every time you make changes. And we want to go ahead and update that. And now what I want to do is I want to add in the sub headline. So for that, again, I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop this heading widget. Want to center it. And now for the sub headline, I have this here and how you can avoid them. All right, we copy that, paste it in there, and again, we want to style that as well. So what we want to do is we want to give it the same color. So it was the 10 10 10. Let me find it here real quick. Where are you? So I think I'm probably better off just typing it in. All right, 10 10 10. That's good. Now, as far as the typography, again, it's going to be Poppins. It's going to be Poppins, and we want to make this, I think 30 would do good. 30 looks good, yes. We're going to leave the weight as is, or yeah, let's make it 700 and see. Yeah, let's make it 700. That's good. That'll work. And now what I want to do is, to me, this is kind of too far apart from the main headline. So what I want to do is I want to maybe bring it up a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 15. Then again, you want to update that. And now a piece of advice is that when you're done with the headline, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and do the same in the responsive. So for mobile, we're going to go ahead and also adjust it as we go along. And the style, I want it to be, of course, it's got to be smaller. So I think 20, 20 is the one. And also for our subheadline, we want to make this smaller, right? So in this case, it's 30 for our desktop, and we want to make it, let's say 16 for our mobile. I'm going to leave it like that. The only thing that I am going to do is I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. So from the top, right? Not my sub headline, but my this headline section. What I want to do is I want to bring it down just a little bit. So 15 should be good on mobile. And again, we want to go ahead and update that. Now we want to go to our tablet. That looks good for tablet, in my opinion. And now for desktop, that looks good as well. But again, I'm going to go ahead and bring this down just a little bit. So for desktop, we're going to go ahead and bring it down. I'm going to bring it down 20 in desktop. And again, we're going to go ahead and save that. Okay. Now, the next section that we want to start creating is, like I said, our bullet points and also the image of our product. Now, for that, again, we come down here where it says Add New Section. Click on this plus sign. And now we want to use this split in the middle section. All right. So we click on that. And for that, we want to give this two different widgets. So the first widget, it's going to be our image. Okay, this is going to be the image of the report that we're going to be giving away. And then the next widget, it's going to be our our bullet points. So I'm going to look for that. So it's going to be this one right here, the icon list. And I want to go ahead and drop that in there. Now I do want a title here right on top of my bullet points. And also I want to add in my opt-in form. So this is the most, or one of the most important parts of this squeeze page. You want to have your opt-in form collecting you some leads. So there you have it. This is our opt-in form. We're gonna make it way better. We're gonna make it really beautiful here. So now what we want to do is, let's say we want to obviously add in an image here because it doesn't look good. So I have here this template that I'm going to be using just for the sake of this tutorial. All right, and now for the title of our bullet points, I want to say what you will find inside. Okay, so this is going to be the title for our bullet points, so people know what they're going to get once they download our free report. Okay, so what you'll find inside, and then again, we're going to go ahead and style this. We want to make this the 10. Yeah, we want to make it. I want to make everything 10, 10, 10. Okay, and also the typography. I want the font family to be Poppins. And for the size, I want it to be in desktop. I think 25 will do. And I'm going to leave the weight as is. But I do want to bring this down a little bit because it's just too close to our subheadline, to our other section. So I want to bring this down just a little bit. Let's see how much it's good. Yeah, so 20 should be good. I'm going to leave it at 20. That to me is good. And now what I want to do is I want to fill in our bullet points. So for that, I want to click here on this little pencil icon. And again, I have my bullet points already in here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these bullet points one by one. And I want to add them in here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add them in there. And then what I want to do is, as I do this, I want to go ahead and change this icon. So I'm going to put in this one here, the little checkbox, or check circle, I should say. And again, we're going to do the same thing for the second bullet point. So we're going to go back to our notepad, copy this second bullet point. Okay. We're going to paste that in there. We're going to change the icon. So just in case you don't see it there, just type in check and you should get it. So we're going to go ahead and insert that. We're going to go ahead and insert that. And then the last bullet point, number 3, we're going to go ahead and copy it. And we're going to add it in there. Same thing, we change the icon. So check, boom, then insert. There you have it. Now what you want to do is, of course, we want to style that a little bit. And for the icons, we're going to say we're going to change this blue color. We're going to make them, I want to make them green. I want to make them green. So that green would work for me. And now what I want to do is I want to make them a little bit bigger for desktop. So let's say, yeah, 22 would work for me. I'm going to make them 22. And again, I'm going to go ahead and update what I have so far. Now, of course, as far as the text, we want to make the text just a little bit bigger also. And we want to change the font family. So again, Poppins. And we want to make this, yeah, let's make it 20. 20 will do. And let's make this a little bit bolder. No, not that much. Let's see, 500. Yeah, 500 looks good to me. Now, what I want to do, of course, is I want to, it's too far apart as far as the line height. So I do want to bring it a little bit closer. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and go here. And all right, we're going to make it 1.2. That should be good. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and separate. So I want to go ahead and the list, I want to give it some space between each one of the bullet points. So that that looks good. That to me you can read perfectly. And I like to move this just a little bit. I like to make it 45 right there. That's good. All right, so it's coming along pretty good. And now once we finish this section, we go back to our mobile and we optimize it as well. So now what I want to do is I want to grab this image and I want to bring it down just a little bit. So we click on here on margin, bring it down. So I want to bring it down, say a little bit more than that. I think 50 might be good. And then, yeah, let's say 50 also at the bottom. All right, perfect. That's coming along good. I think it's looking good. And now for our opt-in form, what we want to do here is I do want to add in a title. So again, we're going to grab here this heading widget. We're going to drop it right above our opt-in form, right on top of it. And now for our opt-in form, and what you can do is, so you don't have to, style this up again, you can go ahead and just duplicate this one title, and you want to drag it right in here. Okay, so I should have done that from the get, but okay, it doesn't hurt to do it again. All right, and now what we have to do here is just change the wording. So for that, where should I send the PDF, right? Where should I send the report? So we copy that and we go here, paste that in there. So where should I send the PDF? And now I want to style this a little bit better. Obviously, we're not going to be using a message, so we get rid of that. The labels, we get rid of those. And now what we are left with is these two fields, the name and email, and our button. Okay, so for our button, what you want to do is, I already have here the text that the call to action that I'm going to be giving. So yes, send me the PDF now, and we're going to go here to buttons. Okay, and in buttons, I want to get rid of this send and just type in that or paste that in there. Now we're going to go to style, and we are going to say, so we're going to look down for our button tab, and in our buttons, we are going to look for typography. Now, of course, you already know what font family I want, so Poppins. Okay, and then the size, I want it to be maybe like a 23. That looks good. And I wanted to make it a little bit bolder, so that looks good. And now for my desktop, I want this button to be large. So we're gonna go back here, and in an input size, oh no, that's form fields. In buttons, you want it to set to be large. Okay, that's for your desktop. All right, perfect. So that's coming along pretty good. Now, I do want to round these edges up a little bit. They're too square for me, in my opinion. So what I want to do now is in field, I want to go ahead and the border radius, I want to make it 5 all around. So as you notice, it rounded it up a little bit. Now what I want to do is I want to come here to advanced, and in advanced, I want to untoggle that, and the right side, I want to make it a little bit smaller, so it doesn't have to be that long. So I'm going to make it 50. I think 50 looks good. And this is coming along really, really well. So we have here our bullet points. Right under that, we have our opt-in form. We have the image of the free report that we're going to be giving away in exchange for a name and an email. And now what I like to do also is I like to add in this note right here: we will not spam, rent, or sell your information. All right, and we're going to add that right under our button. So we're going to go back here and drag this heading widget right under our button. We want to center it, and we want to type that or paste that in there. Now, of course, we want to style this, and we're going to go back here and we want to make it the same color, so 10 10 10. And we want to say typography is going to be Poppins once again. And the size, of course, this is going to be a little bit smaller, so 16 would do good right under here. And now what I want to do is I do want to bring this up just a little bit. So bring it up just a little bit. Okay. That looks okay. Now it is, as you can see, it's not that centered because obviously we took out some of the spacing here. But what we could do is we could align it here, right? So we can move it a little bit further. So it's going to be probably 50, right? Since the other one was 50. So that is centered right there. That looks good in my opinion. And of course we want to come down here and update this. And now that we finished this section, we're going to go to our mobile and we want to also edit out this section. So I don't want the image to be shown in mobile. So for that, I'm just going to go here to advanced and look for responsive. And in responsive, I want to hide on mobile. So I want to toggle that and it's not going to show. It's just going to cut right straight to the bullet points. And then for the bullet points, I want to center this title for mobile. And also I want to make it a little bit smaller. So right now for desktop it's at 25, but for mobile I want it to be at 20. I think 20 would be good. Same thing with our bullet points. So our text, the typography, I want it to be, instead of 20, let's make it 16. Let's make it 17, all right? Again, we're going to do the same for this one here. We're going to center it, and we want to make this 20. All right, that's good. And now for our opt-in form, we want to click on here, and we want to untoggle that, and we want to untoggle this. Okay, well not the top one, because the top one I do want it to be. All right, that's good. Now to style this up a little bit, what we want to do is the typography for this text. I want it to be, yeah, 13 would do good, would work. And now for our button, I'm going to go back down here to our content, look for buttons. And now for mobile, I do want to make it, let's see, medium or small. So let's see how, yeah. Now we're going to make, yeah, we're going to make it small. We just have to now make the text small as well. So we look for buttons. Now in buttons, we want to go ahead to typography and we want to make this, I would say 17, that would work. That's good. So there you have it right there. We have our mobile also optimized. Now if we look at our tablet, it also looks good. We could fix this up a little bit. So we go here to advanced, and then in advanced we get rid of that. Maybe let's, it's too. All right, so let's leave it at 15. That would do good. That would work. Now for our button, what I want to do now is I want to make the text a little bit smaller. All right, that is good. And now for our warning right here, we want to make this also 13. I think it was on mobile. We're going to leave it at 13. That looks good, and it's a little bit crooked. So what I want to do now is, yeah, I wanted to bring this up a little bit, and that is good. I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, now finally, what we want to do now is add in our terms of service, right? So our policy page, and also FDA compliance page. And for that, what you want to do, again, add new section, click on that, and then we want to add in this one again, the split in the middle. And what we want to do now is we want to make this all black. All right, so for that, we want to style this, go to background type, go here, and then we want to say we want this to be all black. Okay, and this is my personal way of doing it. This is my the way that I like to do it is I like to add in the heading, this here, the heading widget. I add it, and then I do the same on the other side, and I want to center both of these. Now, of course, these compliance pages or these this policy page, privacy policy page, this is something that you can download for free online, as well as an FDA compliance page. So what you would do is you would download it, put in your information, so that way it's going to give you back a privacy policy with all your information, your basically just your URL, your the name of your landing page. And what you would do is you would just copy and paste this link right in here. Okay, but for the purpose of this video, I don't have that page, so it's just going to be just a text. So for that, I'm going to add in here our privacy policy is going to be the first one. All right, and to style this up a little bit, I want to make it all white. All white, and we want to say, of course, Poppins. And I want to make it 20. That is good. Now what I want to do is I want to give this a margin. So from the top and the bottom, I want it to be 20 from the top and 20 from the bottom. All right, do the same thing here. So this is going to be our FDA compliance. And again, we are going to style this up. So white for the letters, and also our font family, Poppins. Poppins. And we want to say 20. And we go to advanced, and we want to say 20 at the top, and then 20 at the bottom. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good to me. Now what I would do is, obviously this is too close to our opt-in form, so what you can do here is you could just bring this down as far as you like. So I'm going to bring it down all the way to the bottom. Right there, that would work for me. I want to go ahead and update that. And now we can go ahead and preview our changes. Preview, this is what our squeeze page will look like. So to me, that's a pretty good looking squeeze page. You know, it has everything that it needs. It has our headline, our sub-headline. It has 3 bullet points. Then our opt-in form. And finally, we have here our terms of service, or our privacy policy and FDA compliance page. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to integrate your autoresponder with this opt-in form so that you can start driving traffic to this squeeze page, and you can start to generate some leads. So with that said, thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, got some value from it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification bell icon so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. With that said, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.